It is our favorite day of the week, Foodie Friday, and in celebration of Women's History Month, our Jamaica Ponder is chopping it up with female chefs all month long. What do you got today for us, Jan?
Well, today we are meeting the woman behind the city's service robots. So the bulk of the little guys zooming around restaurants that you've seen in Chicago were sold by one woman who began sourcing them from China to help her own staff stay safe during COVID. Now she's a major distributor both here and in Asia.
You may have noticed these little bots making their way through the city's restaurants, zooming through kitchens, past tables, piled high with steaming plates of food.
A lot of customers like the robot because they are really cute. Later, I will show you how it works. Yes, they are cute. Yes.
Stephanie Gong was one of the first restaurateurs to bring robots onto the floor and into the kitchen.
In that restaurant, we use 3 different kinds of robot: cleaning robot, delivery robot, cooking robot.
It all started during COVID. Gong had been running her 3 restaurants for decades, so she and her husband, Yvonne Williams, were on the hunt for anything to help her keep from having to lay off her staff.
I try to use robot help the worker deliver food for the customers. When I know more, I know robot is the future. Actually, robot is not.
We didn't close one single day, and that's where the whole thing about the robotics came in. You know, she's trying to figure out a way to make it work, so she's like, oh, let me try different robots to see how they can help the staff.
Gong imported the robots from China, where they were already popular.
Because I was a nurse in China, so that's why I know how to protect the worker.
The robots allowed for her staff to maintain their distance, and for Gong to retain her whole team throughout the pandemic.
They love that. Like when I teach them how to use, immediately they use. They were so busy, and we start the robot immediately. They say, "Okay, teach me how to use. I need that help."
That's a time and a half, yeah. Especially for big batches, this is a really it's a long single bit.
Gong quickly realized she wasn't the only restaurateur in need of some help.
A lot of restaurants close not because they don't have business, because they don't have workers.
She got some office space and buffed up her inventory, then began selling robots to small business owners like herself. And Robotics was born.
So this is one of the main functions for
Her first successes were in China, selling to restaurateurs in her hometown. But the American market began to catch on, with Gong's Robotics acting as their major distributor, getting robots into restaurants around this state and into 29 others.
In the future, I think it will just be the norm that if a restaurant doesn't have a robot, people might not want to work there because they will feel, oh, I have to carry all the dishes, I have to do this and that.
The world is changed, and the new technology is helping people a lot.
To those who are wary of what might feel like the seeming automation of everything, Gong sees it no different than doing laundry.
I still remember when I was kids at the time in China, they have the washing machine coming. And I remember my grandma at the time, he said, hand wash is better than that. But think about today, who don't use the washing machine? Everybody, yeah.
Thank you, bye.
Part of the reason restaurant robotics hadn't really taken hold in the U.S. was because of a lack of availability of in-person customer service and maintenance techs. But Stephanie and Robotics serve as that bridge between manufacturers and their newer American clientele.
Jamaica, loved it. Thank you.